Student activists are threatening to target government buildings after police arrested their leaders and cleared road blockades in Mongkok, allowing the retail hub to go back to business as usual for the first time in 2 months.
One of them, Joshua Wong, was pelted with an egg today as the court let him out on bail but banned him from the Mongkok area.
The retail hub was calm today, with police out in force to keep the peace. ATV's Raymond Young reports.
Mongkok woke up this morning to business as usual for the first time since protesters took over key road junctions in the name of democracy at the end of September. Except for the presence of police officers at every street corner, there was no reminder of the 2 nights of chaos triggered by the removal of all road blockades under court orders. With all 4 westbound lanes on Argyle Street cleared for traffic, buses could pass smoothly through this intersection on Nathan Road. Queues formed at dozens of previously suspended bus stops as commuters went back to their normal routes on Nathan Road, where all 6 lanes were reopened yesterday. HSBC's main branch in Mongkok was back in business after weeks of frequent closures, providing some relief to elderly customers who rely on teller services. Retailers said it would be a while before tourists and shoppers returned in force to the usually bustling district, but they were relieved to see the roads open again. This jewellery store on Nathan Road went a step further, cutting prices for selected items by half to lure customers. Police maintained a heavy presence throughout the shopping hub, given concerns that die-hard protesters would make further attempts to occupy the streets again. They kept an eye on a handful of protesters who were camping outside an electronics store on Sayang Choi Street.
It's back to business as usual for the first time in 2 months after the removal of the road blockades here in Mongkok. But the situation remains unpredictable, and there are police officers everywhere to stop protesters from taking over the streets again.
There was chaos in Mongkok throughout last night as protesters responded to online calls to take back the streets.
Officers used pepper spray and batons to stop the mobs from blocking traffic. I want true universal suffrage, chanted defiant protesters who returned to the streets of Mongkok last night, hours after police dismantled the barricades on Nathan Road, opening the thoroughfare to traffic after 2 months. Hundreds of police officers rushed to Sayang Choi Street South, which is parallel to Nathan Road, at around 8 p.m. to prevent demonstrators from spilling onto the road to block traffic. Police held up banners warning protesters to withdraw, but chaos descended on the bustling shopping hub. Some officers brandished pepper spray canisters in a bid to scare off protesters before hosing them with the chemical. There was constant pushing and shoving throughout the night as police tried to restore order. Many people were pressed to the ground and taken away. Some protesters got emotional. Others were injured. Officers did not spare frontline reporters. This man claimed he was pushed by an officer even though he obeyed orders. He said he had gone to Mongkok in response to Chief Executive Leung Chun-ying's call for people to go shopping in the district. There was also trouble at the junction of Nathan Road and Argyle Street as some protesters tried to retake the main thoroughfare that was cleared by police yesterday. Officers quickly pushed them back. Sporadic clashes between protesters and police lasted until about 5 a.m. when emotions gave way to fatigue and traffic gradually returned to normal. When Hong Kong woke up this morning, it was back to business as usual in Mongkok.